So recently I saw people were claiming Carson Palmer is a Hall of Fame quarterback. He has a ton of 3,000 yard seasons. Oh man. Well, the game changed. A 3,000 yard season today is not the same as 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I heard Terry Bradshaw, he was on some YouTube, Colin Coward, I think on YouTube, talking about how years ago, 3,000 yards was unbelievable. And now, it's a joke. I mean, that was a great season 20 years ago. Now it's like, that's 5,000 yards is like people are hitting 5,000. 4,000 yards is kind of the standard in the NFL. The game has changed. Or you look at recently the Chicago Bulls, one of the guys for the Chicago Bulls, Larry Marketing, I don't know how to say it. He's now the fastest player, 41 games to reach 100 3-pointers made. I mean, that's faster than Steph Curry, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, Michael Jordan. But so what? I mean, let's be honest. The game changed. Basketball has changed. People are shooting more threes than ever before. That doesn't mean he's an all-time player. It just means the game changed. In both instances, the game changed, yet the way we made the judgment stayed the same. So I have a theory. NFL ratings have been down. Viewership is down on NBC, ABC, Fox, NFL Network, every single network. Viewership is down. And therefore the ratings, the way that they judge the ratings, make a look at the ratings are down in the NFL. Could it be that the game changed, yet we're still judging it the same way? Could it just be that the way viewership is measured has stayed the same, and yet viewership itself has changed? The national championship, for many of my friends, Georgia, Alabama, that was the first time many of my friends sat down all season and watched an entire football game. Yet they're completely in the loop. They know everything going on in the NFL and college football. Now I'm in college. I realize my demographic is skewed. The people I'm around have a different perspective than a lot of other people, but most people I know watch on YouTube. I mean, they play fantasy football. They want to keep up with not only their team, but every player on the teams they watch. The NFL YouTube channel is great. They have the highlights. I mean, it's better to watch highlights on YouTube now than it is anywhere else. YouTube has completely changed the way people watch NFL football. Is it possible? I mean, maybe this is a giant, crazy conspiracy theory, but is it even possible? We're just judging viewership based on an old system and the game has changed. Maybe, the game has just changed. Maybe people are watching the NFL just the same as before. They're just watching on different platforms. They're finding a different way to watch games. They're watching through Reddit or they're watching on YouTube. I think people are, if not just as much in tune with the NFL, if not more in tune, more there are more people are watching the NFL maybe than ever before. But it's possible we are judging viewership on an old system and the system has now changed. I think it's possible. People are watching on YouTube, online in different ways, and we just don't have a way of tracking it. Because again, 3,000 yards used to be a great season in the NFL. And that changed. That became 5,000 yards is a great season in the NFL. 3-point shots in the NBA are shot like never before. Maybe, again, we're just watching the game in different ways and judging it the same way we used to 20 years ago.